Okay, with Varka's banner and the version 6.4 livestream right around the corner, we're entering a period packed with chances to earn Primogems and bonus wishes through events, gameplay, and limited-time rewards. Whether your goal is to pull for Varka, Flins, Skirk, or Escoffier, or you simply want to know what the next update has in store, keep watching because there's a lot coming up, including free Primogems waiting to be claimed. Before moving on, though, I want to quickly say that if you like getting regular updates on the newest Genshin Impact news, make sure to subscribe and drop a comment below, since that support helps the channel expand and gives me the drive to keep making more content for you. So in this video, I'll be showing you all the Primogems you can get in the next patch of 6.4, either if you are a free-to-play player or if you have Welkin or the Premium Battle Pass. If you're aiming to pull across multiple banners, guessing isn't enough. You need a precise total and a clear explanation of how each part of that number is earned. Across the entire update period, daily commissions alone add up to 2,520 Primogems. The real boost, though, comes from how the reset schedule lines up in this patch. During this version, the Paimon shop refreshes twice, and each refresh equals 5 wishes, so that's effectively 1,600 Primogems right there. On top of that, Imaginarium Theater also refreshes twice, contributing another 2,000 Primogems. This combination is a big reason why certain patches suddenly feel unusually rewarding, even if nothing else major is going on. Some versions only include a single theater reset, and sometimes none fall into the part of the patch you actually play. In this case, getting 2 in one version massively inflates the total. Stygian Onslaught will be bringing in an additional 450 Primogems. For Spiral Abyss, there is one reset counted within the patch window, and a full clear gives 800 Primogems. Even if you don't finish every floor, you still earn a decent portion, and over multiple patches, it stacks up quickly, but for maximum calculations, it's set at 800 Primogems. Now for the area where expectations might dip, story content and exploration. This version does not include a new main story chapter, and there is also no fresh map area being added, which means there's no massive reserve of Primogems from chest hunting, puzzle clearing, teleport unlocks, or shrine rewards. There are still a few minor side quests available, and those are estimated to provide around 150 Primogems, which isn't impressive, but it's still something. As for achievements, they barely contribute at all this time, which is oddly amusing considering how insignificant the total is, so probably around 5 Primogems. With no new main story chapter and no fresh map area being added, this reflects how empty things feel when there's no fresh region to explore and no long narrative arc unlocking piles of new achievement tabs. If you were expecting that usual new version, new map, new quests, reign of free primos experience, this update is not delivering that vibe. That shifts the spotlight directly onto events, which is where this patch manages to show some life. There is one headline event that gives roughly 760 Primogems, and alongside it are 2 smaller scale events that each provide 420 Primogems. Put those two together and you're looking at an additional 840 Primogems. One will most likely appear in the first half of the version and the other in the second half. With no major story or map content carrying the load, events become the primary way players actively earn Primogems this time around. On top of that, there's the standard maintenance compensation, which drops 600 Primogems straight into your mailbox. This one is always appreciated because there's no effort required at all. You simply log in after the update, collect it, and move on. It's one of the few rewards that actually feels like a gift instead of a chore. Then we have the live stream redemption codes, and the important detail here is timing. The preview stream for the next version always happens during the second phase, which means those codes still count toward this patch's total. 3 codes at 100 Primogems each means 300 Primogems coming later in the cycle. As usual, there's also often a bonus code worth 60 Primogems that shows up around the middle of the version. So stay alert because the 6.4 preview broadcast is right around the corner, and those codes won't last forever. There's also a final category to account for, which covers all the minor sources like character trials, web events, in-game mail rewards, and the tiny Primogem gains that come from things such as Battle Pass objectives that hand them out indirectly or as bonus extras. For this update, those combined sources add up to roughly 310 Primogems. That total does include the trial runs for Varka, Skirk, Escoffier, and Flins, since those are easy to overlook even though they still contribute to your gem count. Once you stack every free-to-play source together, the grand total reaches 10,395 Primogems, translating to about 65 wishes. If you have Welkin active for the entire patch, you gain an extra 3,780 Primogems, increasing the overall amount to 14,175, which is close to 89 pulls. Adding the paid Battle Pass on top of that provides another 1,320 Primogems worth of value, raising the final figure to 15,495, or approximately 97 wishes. So what should you take away from these figures? At first glance, 65 pulls for free players seems decent, neither incredible nor disappointing. However, it only appears acceptable because the schedule itself is packed, not because this version is overflowing with fresh content. It's because this patch's schedule is pretty stacked. What really props this update up is the fact that we get 2 theater refreshes and 2 shop refreshes during the same time period, and those are carrying more weight than people realize. This also highlights how Genshin handles rewards in general, because big event updates like Lantern Rite or anniversary-type releases usually flood players with extra pulls, while the surrounding updates tend to be slimmer when it comes to story and exploration Primogems. So if your plan is to save for the 6.4 banners, the upside is that you are not going to be left empty-handed and you can still grow a meaningful reserve. On the other hand, if your goal was to force a guaranteed pull using only brand new quests and map content, this version really is not designed for that approach. You actually need to stay on top of the recurring sources and collect the reset rewards to make it work. And in a way, that matches the tone of the update itself. 6.4 seems built around combat focus and banner excitement, while the actual patch content is kept more restrained. But at the end of the day, pull for absolutely anyone who you want to pull for, and that's basically the complete Primogem breakdown for 6.4, based on what we know right now. Are you pulling for Varka, the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, because of the first release hype? Are you pulling for Flins? Or are you going to pull for Skirk or Escoffier? Or are you skipping everything to save up for Nicole, Sandrone, and the later banners? If this whole video was useful for you, hitting the like button actually supports the channel way more than you might realize. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments, so tell me who you're planning to pull for or who you're skipping. I always read you guys' comments, and it's genuinely fun seeing everyone's different pulling strategies and plans. Thanks a lot for watching all the way through, my babies, and good luck with your pulls.